We're back. We're back. That's right. We're back. It's been a few months, but we're back with our collaboration videos.
Our once a month collaboration videos.
Yes, for those of you who are new to the channel, once a month we'll do a collaboration video with other YouTube content creators.
That's right.
And we try to have a guest every month. So in the past we've had Switch It Up, Todd and Sheila.
Matt's RV reviews.
Yes, Endless RVing with Izzy and MJ.
Absolutely.
So we've had some great insights from some great RV YouTube content creators, and
Yes.
we're excited to return. Who's with us this month?
Oh my gosh, it's Jerry and Teresa from Happy Place Diaries. It is Lawrence and Natalie from the Brazen Brits. Ken and Pam from the Roadsmiths.
Yes.
And
Jonathan
from
Tree Talker, the Traveler.
Thank you. I was
Hey,
so
welcome
tongue-tied with
aboard,
that.
Jonathan. Jonathan is this month's guest.
Yes.
Now, we'll talk about a topic. We'll pick a topic, talk about it, give you some insights, some opinions, some helpful hints, things like that. When you're done watching our video, go into the description of this video. We'll put a link to everyone's channel down below so you can check out their videos as well. And if you like what you see, maybe consider subscribing to the channel.
That would be awesome.
This month's topic, and all of us, I think, as RVers can relate to us. I think we all can deal with this.
I think so too. And we've had our fair share.
Yeah, when RV plans go in this toilet.
Down the drain.
Yeah.
Turn it off!
And it's going to happen, and it's just part of RV life.
It is. It is. You
And-
got to learn how to roll with it.
Yeah, so we've had some unexpected changes and plans, and it could be because your rig breaks down. It could be because of medical issues. It
Yeah.
could be because maybe a park's closed for whatever reason.
Well, let's talk about our first one.
Right, our first one.
So our first one we're going to talk about today is our Key West fiasco.
And a fiasco it was. It was a bad fiasco. We had saved up for a trip
my
to Key West because we've always wanted to go. And we did a video on that. We did a video of the KOA park down in Key West.
And it was beautiful and let's just say a little bit on the high end.
Yeah, so we
So
saved.
it was pricey.
Yeah, so we got all worked up. We saved up for it, and we got down there and got set up at the brand new remodeled KOA
Gorgeous.
RV park. And a day and a half into our stay,
We got sick.
we got COVID.
COVID sick.
Yes.
It was bad.
Yeah. And man, we had this beautiful site. They gave us a handicap spot site, which is something we don't like to do, but they insisted. It was a beautiful spite. It was a beautiful site, beautiful facility and everything, and we had to shut it down.
We did have a nice large site. So we could go inside the rig and sit outside in our little patio area. But that's about it. That's all we could do.
Yeah, we self-quarantined ourselves, and we were trying to be respectful to everyone else. We just had to shut down, and the only thing we got to do was we got to go to the national park. We went to...
Dry Tortugas.
Thank you. Thank you. Dry Tortugas National Park. And we did get to see the Hemingway House.
We did get to see the Hemingway House. I thought that was very cool.
Now, I'll put a link to all these videos down below in the description so you can check them out. But we did a tour of the KOA facility, and that was a nice facility. That was a big one because we paid dearly for that, and I mean paid for
So
that.
now that's just all that means is we have to go back.
Yes, it's
We'll
a
go
good
back.
reason for us to go back. That's true. Another one was COVID related, kind of COVID related.
Well, yes. So go ahead and explain it.
One of the things that's on our bucket list, for those of you familiar with the channel, is the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wanted to go since I've been watching content creators. I'm like, it looks like a great time. So in 2019, at that time, you would call in to get reserve a spot. So I had two phones working. Boom, 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 boom. I'm dialing two phones. I get through, secured a spot.
Chris was so proud of himself. He's like, oh my God, I got a spot.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
So
Yeah.
that was in 2019, and it was a reservation for the following year in 2020. So we had it all wrapped up. We were good to go. Well, COVID hit in 2020. Once again, that
Darn
COVID problem. So they canceled the show. I think that was the first time it had ever been canceled.
Mm-hmm.
They allowed you the option to push your reservations back another year.
Right.
Which we did.
We did.
So then that takes us to 2021. Well, COVID's still around. They notified us through an email that they were going to observe the mask rules. You had to wear a mask while you were at the show. Well, that
And this
did.
is an outside, and we weren't really feeling wearing the mask outside,
They gave us the option once again to push it back to 2022.
which we did.
So now we're headed into 2022, and we're all excited because we're going to go to the balloon festival, but something unexpected happened.
We got an email asking us to be part of a reality show, which
Yeah.
happened to ended up being the first season of RV Unplugged, which we really didn't want to pass up on that because it just seemed like a fun time and to meet a lot of great content creators. And we were very intrigued too because we didn't know any details. So we opted again not to go to the Balloon Fiesta. And the problem with that year is that you couldn't roll it over again. So we ended up selling our tickets to a very nice lady for the price that we purchased them for. And now we're just going to have to do it again.
That was just an unfortunate thing, and these kind of things are going to happen once again in this RV lifestyle.
I think somebody just doesn't want us to go.
No, we're going. We are going. We're going to make that happen. All right, we have another one, which was the airbag failure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I don't know if you could hear that. It's over on the other side. Obviously, there's a leak somewhere, and I couldn't see anything. I couldn't find anything. The nearest Freightliner shop's an hour away, and I doubt they'll come out here on a Friday. Main thing to do, don't panic. Now, we were mooch docking at a subscriber's property, and on his property, he actually had, I think it was 3 or 4 full hookup sites.
I think it was 3 full hookup sites.
Yeah, so he was kind enough to let us stay for the week. So,
they're avid RVers themselves, and they just happen to have a large piece of property where they ran a business off of. And out of the blue, we got a message, and he said, hey, if you're in the area, we'd love to host you on our property. It was supposed to be for a weekend.
No, it was supposed to be a week.
Was it a week?
It was a week. We were there for a week.
It ended up being 2 weeks. Because
yes. The day that I was to check out, went to fire up the truck, hit the airbag switch, or the rear airbag would not inflate. It broke a seal.
Jeez.
And now I'm stuck. Now, that was a couple things that worked out for us. Number one, thankfully we were on someone's property and they were kind enough, and I apologize, I can't remember their names. I'm really sorry, that's terrible. But they were kind enough to extend our stay for another week. He said actually you can stay as long as you want until you get this resolved. Thankfully, I ordered a new airbag. I went over to Freightliner, picked it up. The gentleman's shop, he actually had a truck shop. They installed the airbag and we were good to go. But we were down for a week, for another week.
Yeah.
So that was a serious situation. I did a video on it, kind of touched base with it a little bit. And once again, I'll put a link down below to that one. But it was just an unexpected. But thankfully, the blessing was we were on somebody's property and not at a campground.
Right, and that just pushed back it forced us to travel a little bit faster to our next destination.
Well, we had to take the coal-powered ferry across Lake Michigan to get to Wisconsin, because the plan was to go down and around. We gave ourselves enough time to go down to some campgrounds, but now we had to hightail it to
so it pushed it forward.
Yes,
we had to do things a little bit faster than we had anticipated, but thankfully for us, we were still able to keep our next reservation, so that was okay.
Yes. So the last one, and this is something we were newbies when we didn't think it all the way through. And this is one of the things, as a full-time RVer, you'll figure this out when you plan your trips to make sure you pay attention to the weather that time of year.
Take into consideration where you're going and where you're staying at what time of the year. I guess we could have dealt with it had we not had a pet. So we have Tucker. We had to cancel reservations.
Well, we were coming out of Wisconsin, headed to the wall, which we went to the wall. It was great. It was fantastic. But we started paying attention to the weather. We had all these plans for Utah.
Oh my gosh. And of course, it's the middle of summer.
Triple digits.
Yeah. And some of the places we had, of course, our rig is 50 amp. We only had like 30 amp hookup, and we were concerned that if something happened, the power went out, Tucker would be there by himself. And can you imagine? I mean, that wouldn't have been safe.
We didn't think it would be the right thing to do. So I think we had planned to be there for a month or two.
We were supposed to be there for over a month.
So we said, we're not going into triple digit weather. What were we thinking? Poor Tucker would get stuck behind. So we did a 180.
We did, and we went down south.
We went to Colorado.
We did.
We were in Colorado 2 months.
I shouldn't say down south. No.
We went to Colorado, and
Yeah.
we were there for 2 months. And once again, it was a blessing because not only was the weather fantastic the entire time we were there for 2 months, but we saw some of the most beautiful locations everywhere we went, from Ouray to Mesa Verde to the Cortez Balloon Festival.
And what else did we get to? I was going to say that was it. And we did get to go
To a balloon festival.
to a balloon festival, and we got to go up in one.
Yeah.
So that
That's right.
actually,
I'll put
you know, was a
the link
blessing.
right up here. We actually got
Yeah.
to ride in a balloon.
Yeah.
And it's funny because this is the way you need to look at it. Things go bad. All of us can relate to this. All of us can understand that. But it's when you take a bad situation and you roll with it, and then when you find out afterwards, it was actually a blessing and it all worked out.
Well, it was because we missed our reservation at the Balloon Fiesta, but then we actually got to go up in the balloons. And the people that were there at this event were also going to be at the Balloon Fiesta. So we might have not been able to get up in one at the Fiesta because we didn't know anyone or we hadn't contacted anyone about being part of a crew. This one we just lucked out.
So they all worked out.
It did
Most
work
of them,
out.
well, most of them worked out. Most
What
of
didn't work out?
well, the Key West thing. Now, the Key West thing may work out if we end up in Key West, and we'll
So
probably have a better
fingers
time.
crossed, we're going to try to get there next winter.
Yeah. So
Try to get down.
those are our stories. We hope you enjoyed the stories. I hope you guys could learn something from that. Once again, when RV plans, travel plans, or plans in general,
Go
with
down the
RV,
tube.
Go down the tube. What do? Well, you just improvise, as
We
Gunny
do.
Highway said.
How the hell are we supposed to know what
You
kind of t-shirt?
improvise, you overcome, you adapt.
I don't know who that is.
Gunny Highway. You
Gunny
improvise.
Highway.
That's what we did, and we had a great time.
Okay.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If this is your first time to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. We'd love to have you guys along for the ride. And don't forget to check out these channels right here, right along here. These guys are great. We know them. They're good people, and you can get a lot of information and some laughs out of it as well. Is that it?
That's it?
That's a wrap, baby. That is a wrap.
How do you do a rap? Do you do like this for rap? Is that, no, that's when you start.
That's when you start.
Action.
It's a wrap, baby.
Okay, so
There it is. As we like to say here at the channel, any day you can get away.
It's a great day, guys.
You guys take care.
Take care.
See ya.
See ya.